Justin, it's kind of similar to a couple of the other games where you can see so many positives out of your team, but then to come up short. So even though with an 0-4 record, how are you guys dealing with the positivity of things you're doing well and yet having no wins to show for it?
I mean, yeah, like you said, we're very close, but, it comes to a point to where you want to get over that hump, and that's going to happen very soon. Like I said, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot, turnovers, penalties, in critical situations, and that can't happen. But like you said, there's definitely positives to take away, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter without a win. But, we know what kind of team we are. We know what we're capable of, and we're just going to keep going and keep working.
Yeah, to have a night where you declared an extra offensive lineman eligible multiple times, you were not making much of a mystery out of how you were going to try to win the game, and you still ran for 200 yards in a game where you were down by a couple touchdowns late when the Dolphins knew that you were trying to run the ball. So how about the ability to lean on that as this season goes on?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the O-lineman did a great job. I thought we were really able to do whatever we wanted on offense, if I'm being honest with you. Like I said, it was just the turnovers that killed us. So if we eliminate those, eliminate the penalties, and, the sky's the limit for us. So, yeah.
Justin, thanks. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Isaiah, how would you describe this one?
I mean, it's a tough one. Obviously, it was just a bad overall game, I think. We just talked about too many penalties, too many turnovers. Defensively, I feel like we had a lot of missed tackles. Just did things that we just can't do in a nutshell if we want to win games. And so we know what we need to fix. We just have to fix it.
To your point, how disappointed are you guys in the self-inflicted wounds when you're talking about 12 penalties for more than 100 yards? Marked off, and then in the turnover department, 3 turnovers offensively, no takeaways.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to win a football game like that in the National Football League. I don't care who you play or who you have on your team. We're fighting ourselves right now, and I feel like that's the hardest part because we need to get out of our own way and stop talking about the same things this every week. You know what I mean? So I feel like once we're able to do that, then we might be able to get things rolling. But right now, that's our focus.
Do you feel like it's like momentum is right there, but you guys have been unable to grasp it? You talk about that first drive where we're hammering the run all the way down to the goal line, and then there's a fumble. Or at the beginning of the second half, after Folk nails a 58-yard field goal, you guys turn it over on special teams.
Exactly, and that's the self-inflicted wounds. You know what I mean? So we can't shoot ourselves in the foot, especially right when we're about to get things rolling, the momentum's coming back to our side, things like that. That and then the critical penalties and the critical errors at the end of games and critical points in games it's tough to overcome that and play against another team. So those are the things that we got to get fixed.
Final question for you. You were outstanding tonight. I believe 9 tackles defensively. You're playing special teams as well. Can you talk about the substitution patterns and then what went on? Because you're playing big nickel out there, and then MC2 goes down.
Yeah, no, exactly. So obviously the plan was for the big nickel. Obviously we lost Marcelino and Quincy, so that had a lot to do with that. But then MC went out, so I just had to go to nickel. But yeah, I mean wherever they need me to play, I'll play. But I mean, we just didn't play well enough as a defense.
I appreciate your time, man.
No problem. Thank you.
I just talked to I.O. about this. How difficult is it that this is a repeated pattern in terms of the self-inflicted wounds overall?
It's frustrating, but it's on us. We got to fix turnovers, penalties, and those are all things that are fixable. We just got to pay more close detail to them and make it a emphasis in practice and hold each other accountable.
Can you speak about what was working well in the run game today? Because almost 200 yards on the ground you guys had.
Like I said, we just got to keep the run game going. Win the early down and put ourselves in good situations. Tim does a good job of putting us in good situations on second and manageable. So we just got to win the first down and put ourselves manageable.
How tough is that when you guys take that first drive right down the field and Braylon's right there and then it's a turnover?
I mean, it's football. It happens. It's adversity. Obviously, we don't want that ever to happen, especially when we're in the red zone. But, it happens. Mistakes happen in this game. It's all about how you respond to the moment. And you can't let that be a waterfall effect in the game. Fast response wins, and we come out next possession and put the points over, and that's behind us.
What's your mindset when you see a guy who you're close with go out? Like, Braylon did tonight, because you got to quickly adjust knowing that you're going to get more reps out of that offensive backfield.
Yeah, man, I hate it. I hate it for him, how hard he works, how much he takes care of his body. He does all the little things right. And, you know, you never want to see no one go down, but especially like someone like Braylon, who I came in with. He's my dog, but I really have something. God got him. Like, everything happens for a reason. God going to take care of him, and I'm sure in the end he'll see why God did that to him.
Are there some things that you guys can take out of tonight? I mean, Justin gets back in the lineup. I mean, it's a phenomenal touchdown run. Garrett gets back in the end zone. Mason Taylor continues to flash.
Yeah, I mean, like, we were down, 14 in the fourth quarter, so 2 weeks in a row where we came back in the fourth. We're a resilient team. We just can't keep putting ourselves in these situations, and we got to start faster.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.